Another topic that is favorite of mine is productivity. How do you keep yourself productive? What are your tips that you want to share with everybody?
I think it's good to be productive. You have to be aligned and rooted. So it's good to also take a break sometimes. It can seem counterintuitive, but actually it's good to just take a break to breathe, go for a run, for a swim. Take some good time, and when you need to focus, you will be really focused. But don't try to work 12, 15 hours a day. It's not like this. It will be just exhausting and not efficient. You won't be productive. So
Definitely.
Take time.
Working hard doesn't mean productivity.
No.
So I do have like some small things that I do all the time. For example, I have the weekly capoeira circle. I usually have like a weekly dinner with my friends. We have like the Thursday friends. We always have dinner on Thursdays.
I love that.
Yeah, I try to go away on weekends and just relax, connect with the nature. I take a lot of vacation. For example, in summer, I usually go for at least 1 month. I go away to disconnect from everything. All my clients know this, and we just like have like one break of 1 month or 2 months, depending on how much I'm gone. And I think it's really important for me, so I have the energy to give it to my clients. And also I feel like it's a good example for them to see that the world is not burning if they just take vacation.
So this is a funny question to ask me because I don't really like reading about productivity tips or all these productivity tools, because my biggest lesson for me personally has been to just sit down and do it.
Yeah.
And for me, it's very distracting if I have to like use tools or organize things or think about it. But that's just how I work. I work in chaos. That's how I'm productive.
Yeah.
The more I try to be productive and organized, the less I am. So I think this is not great advice.
No, but there's maybe somebody like you, but just do it. That's the one of the most, because people can get very overwhelmed.
Exactly.
And that's one of my favorites.
Exactly.
Night said it's great.
Yeah. I just always, if I have a lot of stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm just sitting down and not even thinking about it or trying to organize or think how I'm going to be productive. I'm just like, okay, I have to do it today. There's no tomorrow.
Yeah. So other than just do it, I would say, because we people tend to postpone stuff. Mm-hmm. And one of my tips, and it really, really works. I know that you don't like them, but because if you're a person that tends to procrastinate, mm-hmm. if you have a thing that you need to do that takes up to 3-5 minutes, do it right away. Don't postpone it even 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just do it right away, because otherwise it piles up and then you're overwhelmed, and then you have to really just do it and do everything at the same time.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think that's what I was trying to get at, that if it's like something you can do right now, to just do it right away so it doesn't pile up, because that's when you have to start organizing and thinking how to do it. Of course, if it's something that takes a long time, then maybe you have to think a bit more about it, and we tend to procrastinate on that more if it's something annoying. But just do it.
Basically, just do it. Basically,
have a big to-do list, put it aside, take 3 things from that to-do list and put them in each day. Never put any more than 3 things in your to-do list in a day.
Productivity for me was a big thing, because it was always the workaholic, let's work, never rest, never had time for me. And the excuse I had for myself is because I enjoyed. Because I truly enjoyed my work. Like when I started until just before this life crisis, I was doing what I loved and I was really happy for it. And then it was okay to be always working because my friends were for work, you know. But we are actually, I realized when I went through this period, I was actually hiding from things that I didn't want to look, from things that I didn't want to see. So I was keeping myself too busy, so I didn't have time to go in the hard spots, you know. And I think for me now, the rules I have is prioritize myself first. So even if I have to, you know, a lot of work to do and to deliver stuff, and I'm not feeling well, of course, there is the responsibility. Sometimes you have to how can I say,
show up
and be there, you know. But like I prioritize myself as much as I can, and I have my morning routine every day. I don't have like just once a week I have clients in the morning. I don't have any, the mornings are mine. It's really rare for me to be working in the morning. And for me, what helps me to be productive is to have really clear what I'm gonna have to do every day. So every day before I start work, I have like a tool that I develop that kind of guides me through my methodology and through things I think is important. But I think for me, the big key change in my productivity as a woman was start to understand my cycle. Start to understand that I'm not going to be productive every month. You know, I'm not going to be the same.
Every week, definitely.
Every week, actually. I meant every week. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to be the same. There's weeks I'm going to be more active and feeling more energy. Weeks that, because we have our cycles and this is going to affect our body. And the way our society is designed and the way our work life is designed, and I hope it start changing, was based on a linear, like a man. That's it. There's no other way to say. So I think when we start to connect more with our body, listening to our body, understand our cycles, which moment of the month we are, connecting as well with nature, because there's a lot of things, moon, stars, planets, I know it's a bit hoo-hoo, but I totally believe in that, affects us. So I try to align, for example, in there's moments of my period, that I'm gonna do this again. There are moments of my cycle that I know I'm not really talkative. I'm not really good for a meeting, to interview a client, or to try to sell something to a possible client. So I try just to be mindful, and when it's not possible, I try to be present and bring an intention. I think the intention is really powerful. This is something I do every day. I set an intention for the day, and in days that I know it's gonna be more challenging, I try to focus more on.
Do I stay productive is the question.
No, literally here it's another
I'm like
universe.
Out of order. So I think for me being productive is getting like really into the feeling of being in the flow, and that happens usually when I'm with people co-creating something. Mm-hmm. But also then I can go for myself, like to a silent place and just work on it, and no distractions, for just setting a time frame where I can work. Because for me it's really important to have no distractions, because we are currently in a time where there are a lot of distractions sometimes. Mm-hmm. And productive of course means like setting your goals, but that are reachable, and just finding a way where you can set your tasks to reach it, and always rechecking your goals.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
It's been an amazing opportunity with Polly.
Just subscribe to Polly's channel.